Are you ready to set your week up for success? Let's get in the kitchen and get that meal prep game going. Started off today by making the protein pumpkin butter. I've made this before on my channel, that's why I didn't showcase it in this one and bore you. You can go back and watch that one. So good, macros are incredible, and I'm obsessed with this stuff. And then I made my omelets, which are 2 of the savory with everything but the bagel seasoning and 2 with pumpkin pie spice to go on top of some thawed English muffins. Get them out the freezer, use them up, and I love that combo anyway. So go check out these videos where I showcased how to do the pumpkin butter and how to do the easy omelets. Today I'm actually starting with dessert first, just because this recipe takes 45 minutes to cook and I can do other things while this is baking. Don't waste a single second when meal prepping. So I am making Elyse's peach cobbler cake. She is the one that does the macro-friendly foods that I've mentioned here recently. I'm obsessed. I'm subscribed to her monthly meal plan. I've bought past meal plans that she's offered, and this is one of her recipes. It looks good. It looks like a recipe I've done before keto way back when. It's like those dump cakes. So you're gonna need some sliced peaches. I'm using these to shave the macros even further than what she calls for. The no sugar added sliced peaches. These are 35 calories undrained. They are sweetened with sucralose. If you're against that, then don't use these. Use the regular and 100% juice, but it will add more calories. So if you were in a really strict deficit, you may want to choose those instead. I don't mind that, so that's why I'm choosing it. We're going to use this PEScience Snickerdoodle Select Protein. She calls for vanilla, but I thought the extra cinnamon would be good in this peach cobbler cake. That's one I'm going with, and I always have 10 off 30 link down below. The protein pumpkin butter, I use the pumpkin pie new protein powder, and I'm telling you, I think it's going to be even more phenomenal than it already is. It calls for Betty Crocker moist yellow cake mix, but instead of using just regular cake mix, I'm going to use the Swerve because it doesn't have the added sugar in it. We really like this one, and it's the vanilla one. You can find this one at Walmart. Some cinnamon, and she does call for the light. I can't believe it's not butter, so don't come for me, come for Elyse. She's making me do it. I have this on hand. As you can see, it's a little bitty tub. I've had this forever. I don't use this hardly at all. You could replace regular butter in this recipe, but just know that's going to up the fat and up the calories if you are in that deficit. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need. I'm not going to tell you the exact measurements just because I want to be respectful to Elyse and her recipe. So I will link her website down below. This is coming from her September meal plan if you want to know specifically where this recipe is. Does not call for this, but you know, your girl's got to be a little extra. So I'm taking some of this Swerve brown sugar replacement, and I'm gonna put just a little bit on this. This is sweetened with sucralose, so it might be a little sweet, but I've noticed some of these canned like fruit mixes, pie fillings that are sweetened with sucralose. In my opinion, I don't know what's happened, but they're just not sweet enough for your girl. I don't know. I got like a major sweet tooth. So I'm gonna do that just a little bit, and I'm also gonna add some of the cinnamon directly on the peaches right now. I want this to be like super flavorful. Y'all know I'm all about the like punch in your face, like cinnamon, pumpkin spice, all that kind of stuff when it comes to the sweets. So I'm going to sweeten mine up before I do anything else. Got my Swerve cake mix going in. She does have a specific amount, so I'm weighing mine up to the gram here, but you could just dump the whole thing in. And we might do that, and we might be shy of what she says because we are using a different cake mix than what she suggested. Putting my Snickerdoodle PEScience protein powder in now. I am almost out of this one. I went buck wild on the pumpkin pie one, and I did not reorder any of this one, but this is like a go-to for recipes throughout the year because of that cinnamon factor. So I highly suggest y'all get this one. It's really good. Cake Pop is my other favorite, and that pumpkin pie one I've already tried, and it's legit fire. You need it in your life. Just gonna take my whisk now and give those ingredients a good stir. That Swerve cake mix was a little clumpy, so I want to make sure that we don't have any like big chunks. It probably won't make a difference with this like dump and go cake. That actually kind of makes it better sometimes. So maybe I will not take my own advice right now and just get the protein powder mixed in there and then leave it alone, girl, leave it alone. I am measuring out this butter. And yes, I have a cord for Waylon on here to charge my scale because it's about to die. And he stole my original charger So now I'm using his like kitty one. Hashtag mom life. She now says to take your dry cake mix and protein powder and sprinkle it over the peaches evenly. You know, your girl's spilling it everywhere, making a hot mess. That's how we do on Meal Prep Sunday. To attempt to drizzle. Yeah, this thing is like piping hot, y'all. Drizzle my butter on the top. Oh Lord, we spilling it everywhere. You know how we do. I mean, if you're not making a mess in your kitchen on meal prep day, you're not doing it right. So I just took a spoon and I like took the backside and I just spread the butter a little bit over some of those dry patches. When you're doing these dump cakes, from what I remember way back in the day, it's been like over 3 years since I've had one of these, where you want a little bit of dry spots just to make it like extra crumbly and crunchy on top. I don't even remember. Like I said, it's been too long. Gonna take some cinnamon, and again, I am generous with the cinnamon because I like the spice. You put as much as you want on there. You don't put any if you don't want any on here. Put nutmeg instead. Put some type of blend. It doesn't matter. I'm also gonna I put this on top of the French toast baked casserole all the time, and it definitely like gives it a crunch factor, or I don't know, it just does really, really well with this Flavor God buttery cinnamon roll. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on that as well, just in hopes that it'll do the same for this like it does for the French toast casserole bake that I make all the time that y'all see posted on Instagram. That's it. I'm gonna put it in the oven. It takes 45 minutes to cook. Don't forget to check out Elyse's meal plans and stuff down below, guys. I've really liked everything we've made so far, and specifically this week for dinner, we are making an Elyse Ellis recipe almost every night. Next, we are making something that I have not shared specifically, I think, on the videos on how to make the protein waffles that I love so much. I'm not making these protein waffles for breakfast, no, I am making them for dessert / snack. So we're going to sandwich 2 waffles and have the protein pumpkin butter in between and put some Walden Farms on it. I mean, no rule said that you can't have breakfast for snack and for dessert, y'all. This is packed with protein. That's why I'm choosing it. And because, like I said, I'm legit obsessed with the Pumpkin Pie Select PEScience protein powder right now. So I'm trying to use it in all the ways. So what you're going to need for this is some type of protein powder. It doesn't matter what kind. Make it whatever flavor you want. I'm going with pumpkin pie flavored protein waffles today. You can make chocolate. You can make vanilla, birthday cake, knock your socks off. You're going to need some liquid egg whites, and you're going to need some Kodiak mix. I'm using the pumpkin flax one, but I've used all the flavors, and I even found a birthday cake Kodiak flapjack and waffle mix at Target this week that I cannot wait to make like some birthday cake waffles with in the future. So just FYI. Minimal ingredients, some water as well. You're going to put these on the dash. I'm making 4 batches though, so it's going to take me forever and a day. I don't suggest doing that, but this recipe that I'm going to show you makes 6 waffles. Let me tell you the macros for 6 waffles. I'm going to be multiplying that by 4. For 6 waffles, it is only 257 calories for 6 of those dashed waffles. 18 net carbs, 38 whopping grams of protein. Are y'all kidding me right now? 2 grams of fat. You cannot go wrong with this. You don't have to do 6, guys, but I have the recipe already plugged in my Carb Manager for 6. So if I wanted to do just 2 waffles, then it would be less than 100 calories, 13 grams of protein, and 6 net carbs. So you could still do this on keto, guys, if you're not like super strict keto. But man, this recipe is so good. I've made it all the flavors, like I said. It's my go-to, and I'm so happy to finally share it with you guys. So let me show you what you're going to need for just 1 batch. Our ingredients first, you're going to need 32 grams of whatever protein powder you're using. And it does matter, guys, for you to weigh this up because not every protein powder has the same exact macros. Some are more calories, some are more carbs. So definitely weigh it out and make your own personalized recipe in your Carb Manager and title it like protein waffle or protein pumpkin waffles, however you're making them. So that way you know the difference because the different flavors do affect the macros. We got 32 grams. Super easy to remember. We've got 32 grams of our Kodiak cake mix going into. Again, I keep screaming, if you have not tried this pumpkin flax one, it is so good. It smells delicious just smelling it out the bag, but it tastes good as well. So 32 grams of any Kodiak cake mix you're using. At ingredients, we're gonna need 43 grams of liquid egg whites going in. so not much. And if you're using the little dash, you're going to need half a cup of water. Mixing it up, you can add any type of extracts or any spices that you want right now. At this point, it will look a little thin, so make sure that you are careful when putting it in your dash waffle maker that it doesn't spill all over. And that is just for one serving. This is 6 waffles is a serving that I showed you with the 200 plus calories. I'm gonna double this by 3 more for what I need. On to some lunch options. We're making buffalo chicken meatball mac and cheese using the GOAT, the Trader Joe's reduced guilt mac and cheese. I have exactly 2 left in the freezer. I'm using them up. I hope that my Trader Joe's has them because of Hurricane Ida. I hear that they have nothing, but I am hopeful because I am loving that for the protein pizza mac and cheese I showcased in a meal prep video for y'all, and I'm sure this is going to be next level. So you're gonna need some chicken meatballs. I love these beatnik ones from Walmart, guys. They're hard to find. I know a lot of y'all been telling me that they're hard to find, but for exactly 4 meatballs, it's just 100 calories, 2 grams of fat, and whopping 15 grams of protein. And they are really clean, good ingredients. If you're looking for one for yourself or for your kids, Waylon likes those as well. They do make a grass-fed beef one if you want beef versus the chicken, but the macros are higher. You're gonna need some gorgonzola cheese or some blue cheese. This is what I have on hand. Some hot buffalo wing sauce, broccoli florets, and of course the Trader Joe's mac and cheese. This cannot be any easier, and I know it's gonna be bomb. First thing we're doing is a micro zapping our mac and cheese for 4 minutes while we get everything else rolling. In each bowl, I'm gonna do 8 meatballs. So I need 16 meatballs total. Just to give you a little bit of reference, that's all that's left in the bag after I pulled out 16 meatballs. So this makes 2 meals for me anyway. With my calories, it might be more for you, but if you've got the same calories as me and you want to do this throughout the entire week, you're gonna need more than 1 bag. So all I do is put them in a pan with a little bit of nonstick, and then I just saute them up, add a little bit of water too to steam them up, put the lid on, and just let them do their thing. So easy. Correction on the mac and cheese. It says 3 to 4 minutes. I always do 3, so I stopped it and did 3 because I am reheating it. If you're not reheating it, do more. And now again, microwave is our bae going in with the broccoli. 6 minutes. Assembling our bowls, we're gonna put in our reduced guilt mac and cheese first on the bottom. Don't have to spray this or anything. I love these glass meal prep containers. I think I got all these from Amazon, really reasonably priced for what they are. Better than the plastic in my opinion, especially if you are reheating this stuff. Love it. Y'all know I'm not against the microwave, I'm not against plastic either, but just saying. And we're gonna spread it out all the way. We got some spillage over it. I mean, like I said, if you're not making a mess, you're not doing it right. Each bowl, we're gonna do 150 grams of our steamed broccoli. I'm just gonna add it right over here on the side, and then we'll add a little seasoning on top once we get it weighed up. Balls are done. Remember, we are doing 8 meatballs in each bowl. Hopefully we can fit it in here. Go along with our buffalo chicken meatball theme, I'm going to use the classic buffalo seasoning by Noble Made, the new primal. Get this from Thrive Market, Whole Foods, wherever. Sprinkling a little bit on my broccoli since we have no seasoning on there. I don't want it to go on anything else. And then I'm going to take my buffalo hot sauce. I'm using the red hot wing sauce by Frank's, and I'm just going to drizzle that on top as well. And then we will add our blue cheese, and we are donezo. 15 grams of our gorgonzola blue cheese going on top. There you have it, my friends. This bowl is 569 calories, 53 carb, and 53 whopping grams of protein. How easy and how delicious does that? Next lunch option, we're making barbecue ranch chicken Brussels bowls. I don't know, but it sounds good. So we've got some shaved Brussels sprouts I got from Target. You can use any one, or you can get the whole ones and cut them up yourself. Frozen ones, doesn't matter. I'm using the rice cauliflower risotto medley. This stuff is hard to find by Green Giant, but I freaking love it because it is just 60 calories for the entire bag, and it's only 3 ingredients: cauliflower, mushrooms, and asparagus. Let's go. I've got some chicken here that I already thawed out. I hope it's enough because y'all know when it's frozen, it's not the same weight that you need when it thaws out. I'm using the Target Good and Gather boneless, skinless chicken breast tenders. These are awesome macros. I could not believe 90 calories for 4 ounces, 1 gram of fat, 0 carb, 21 whopping grams of protein. I'm here for that. So I really like these. They also have one that's 100 calories. I think at Sam's Club, their brand is pretty good as well. I'm going to use the Flavor God ranch seasoning just to give it a little ranch flavor. And then we're also going to, of course, because it's barbecue, I like this no sugar added Ray's one. It's really good. And if you are keto, guys, it is 4 net carbs for 2 tablespoons, but it's just 15 calories for my ones that are cutting and 0 fat. It's really tasty. Highly recommend. So let's get these bowls rolling. Again, microwave is our friend. Steaming up some stuff. Can't go wrong. In the microwave she goes while we get everything else ready for like 5.5 to 6 minutes. These are tenders. I want these to be in little chunks, so what I'm gonna do is dice them up, weigh them out on my scale in my bowl, add my seasoning to the bowl, and then I'm going to saute it up. I'm using 274 grams of chicken today, and according to the macros, that's 220 calories, and that will also give us 51 grams of protein. Let's go. My barbecue sauce after my chicken's cooked, and I'm going to add it directly in here with the barbecue sauce just so it coats every piece of chicken that we've got in here. That's exactly 20 grams weighed out. It's not a lot, but it'll be enough to give it that barbecue flavor that we're looking for. It's going to coat it just fine, as you guys can see. You don't have to go heavy-handed on some of this stuff. So I've got the same pan. I just rinsed it out, and I'm going to add a little bit of nonstick to it. And we've got 250 grams of Brussels sprouts, y'all. Like, that's a lot of freaking Brussels sprouts. We gotta be full from all that fiber. And it's almost an entire bag, if you're wondering. I have 2 since I'm making 2 bowls. Good plan on my part, because damn, that's a lot of Brussels sprouts. We are going to add some of this ranch seasoning directly to our Brussels sprouts as well. And I'm also thinking, while I'm right here, I've got this barbecue classic seasoning by the new Primal. Why not add a little bit of that to our Brussels as well? This stuff is super good. Gonna start assembling our bowls. I'm putting this whole bag of cauli rice in here, guys. It's just 60 calories. I'm not weighing it out. If it's less, it's less. You know what it is? It is. It's all good. So we're just gonna go ahead and spread that around at the bottom. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit everything up in this bowl. High volume, hello. Gonna put my Brussels sprouts on next. And I don't know about y'all, but I like my Brussels sprouts like a little charred. I like them a little crispy. And we are gonna reheat these in the microwave. Don't forget about that. So I like them this way. You cook them however you like, but if you see some little burnt pieces looking, I like it like that. And then I've got my chicken sitting over here with the barbecue sauce. I'm gonna put that on top. I mean, high volume for days, y'all. This is crazy. The day of that I eat this, I'm gonna put, how many tablespoons? 2 tablespoons of the Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing on top and drizzle it, and that's going to be delicious. Macros for this bowl in particular, you're gonna be blown away. This, I mean, how heavy is this freaking bowl right now? 467 calories, 26 net carbs, and 68 grams of whopping protein. The macros that I told you with the calories, the protein, everything includes the 2 tablespoons of the dressing going in. Under 500 calorie bowl for lunch. That's this much food. You're not going to be hungry, I promise. So that's going to wrap up another week of meal prepping and setting ourselves up for success. It takes a while. It is noon. I started about, I don't know, 9-ish, 10-ish, something like that. I don't rush in the mornings on Sundays, but that is not a lot of time for me. because of the time that it saves throughout the week. It is a lifesaver. If I had to make all this stuff throughout the week, I would be so stressed out and I would waste so much time from other things I need to get done during the week. We've got the muffins thawed, protein pumpkin butter, the omelets, all those waffles for snacking and dessert, and these lunches look absolutely phenomenal. Stay tuned to the end because I always let you know how things turn out, especially this new recipe by Elyse, this peach cobbler cake. It smells so freaking phenomenal, y'all. And the recipe is for 6 servings, so those servings are going to be substantial, and I'm going to put a little bit of Halo Top vanilla ice cream on it. Yes, please. So stay tuned to the end. I'll let you know how this week turned out, but I'm thinking it's gonna be a
So that's gonna do it for this week's meal prep. Let me update you on how the week went, y'all. These lunch recipes, these lunch ideas, do not sleep on them. The buffalo chicken meatball mac and cheese, just like the pizza one, hands down, legit fire. So good and will keep you full. The Brussels bowl, oh, man, I could not finish the bowls each day. That's how much volume they were. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was a little bit too much Brussels sprouts. If you know what the girl is saying, I'm not going to get into TMI, but it was a little bit too much fiber, all right? A little bit too much. I would scale that back, maybe up the cauli rice a little bit more or up the protein something, but it was a lot of Brussels sprouts. Let's just be real. The pumpkin butter, that is on a video that I've showcased here in the beginning with the meal prep videos, and with the PEScience Pumpkin PIe, it took it to a whole nother level. So if it's still available, y'all, they didn't have many left. They told me that they were only going to have a few left. Check the description box and use that link and go and snag it before it's gone, because it is definitely one that you need in your pantry. Elyse Ellis's peach cobbler cake, I mean, so freaking good. It would be better with her original suggestion of course, regular cake mix. The hubby loved it. He is a big fan of peach cobbler and he has been eating it every night with me with the Halo Top ice cream, and we've just been living our best dessert protein life. Highly, highly suggest it. It will be one that I make again. So this week was a success with meal prep. If you enjoy these meal prep videos, please give it a huge thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And if you are new here, I would love to have you a part of the family. I do all things high protein here, meal prep, weekly vlogs, grocery hauls. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful in giving you some inspiration and ideas in the kitchen on how to set your week up for success for your meal prepping game as well. And until next week, we'll see you then. Y'all have a great day. Bye.